Parked in a terrible spot here. Sun right in my eyes. So it was impossible to quit smoking, so I thought. I had tried everything. Chantix 3 times. Wellbutrin once, probably 6-7 years ago. Patches, gum, lozenges, willpower, whatever. I smoked for 20 plus years. Quit drinking recreationally or whatever 3 years ago. Trying to live better, trying to be more healthier, and just couldn't quit smoking. Thought I was never going to be able to. Thought I had an iron grip on me and I was going to die from it. Found vapor. And 2 months now, no cigarettes. One day I'd made up my mind that I just had to quit smoking. I just had some time on my hands, and usually that's the worst time for me. Work was slow, and I headed to town to try to find. I originally was headed to town to try to find some organic tobacco, or some of this roll your own tobacco stuff that's supposed to be better for you, not have all the chemicals and all that stuff in there. And I went by a vape shop, and I said, what the hell, let's pull in there and see what's going on with this vape thing. Dude was very helpful. I didn't know anything about it, and I just explained to him, I wanted to quit smoking, and he was very helpful. I started out with a little $25 smoke stick. He gave me some watermelon twist or something like that, something that tasted good, made you kind of want to do it. 3 milligram nicotine, and from that day, when I left there, I didn't have a cigarette. I just kind of was trying to figure this thing out, and I noticed that it's about a 35-minute drive home, and in that 35 minutes, I didn't have a cigarette, so that was a good thing. The whole rest of the day, I did not have a cigarette, which was a first in years. I would never go 4+ hours without having a cigarette unless I was on an airplane or something. I was kind of surprised right off the bat that I got my nicotine. I kind of didn't need to have a cigarette. For a while, for the first solid 3 weeks, I still had a cigarette in the morning, or 2 or 3, depending on the morning, and at night it seemed like it was just habit. Before you go to bed, I'd have a cigarette, but I'd make it all day without a cigarette, and that was just amazing. I'd find myself at the end of the day saying I didn't have a cigarette all day. That was real motivating. So the next thing that happened was that little smock stick I had. I don't have it with me, but it seemed like it just wasn't getting what I needed. And I was always tempted to go have a cigarette. So I got this another smock stick. And these are real good because they're just right here in your hand. It's easy. You can charge it when it gets low. You fill up the tank and all that stuff, and I still, after about a week or 2 of this, I was still tempted to have a cigarette. Like I felt like I needed to have a cigarette sometimes. Went back to the vape shop and talked to some people, and ended up getting this little mod here, this little Aegis, I really like it too because it's small. It's not one of these big boxes. It's tough. I'm not going to break the sucker. And I actually just recently put this Smock V2 tank on there, which is, that's a whole nother video. But so this thing gave me more power, more delivery. Like, I got a lot more vapor, which really just took care of me needing more. So I kind of went from that little starter thing that really gave me the motivation, this is going to work, to this thing, to this. And now I've actually got 2 mods, and there's a lot. You get kind of into it, but if you stick to it, it works. So I figured, I look at it as it's a goddamn miracle that I quit smoking and I found this. Previous to this, you didn't really know much about vaporizers. I thought it was just something kids did, blowing big clouds or whatever. It's kind of a put off. But the more you look into it, the more it's a life-saving thing here, is the way I look at it. And it works. There's got to be millions of people out there that were like me. They've tried all of the pills and the medications and the patches, and it just, no, it's not working. This works. There's a reason why it's flavored, and you cannot find all these millions of cool flavors and tasty, because you want it. It's enjoyable then. Nicotine tastes like shit. Nobody wants nicotine, and once you get away from tobacco, you don't even really want tobacco flavors. And it's helpful. It gets you off of smoking. So that's it now. I'm 2 months without a cigarette. For a while there, I kept cigarettes around, just like a security blanket. And now, not even necessary, man. Not even necessary at all. Don't need it, don't want it, don't care for it. If somebody, one of my buddies that walks up to me, smokes, walks up to me, he gets about 2 feet away, I can smell the cigarette smoke on him. And I just wonder how many years I was walking around like that. It's a put off to me now. I'm not interested in it. I have no need for it. I feel a ton better. I can breathe so much better. I had a doctor's appointment about 2 weeks ago, and immediately the doctor said that my oxygen levels were up 26% from my previous visit, which is just proof right there. I mean, how much better is that for you? So, vapor got me off cigarettes. I'm probably going to do a ton more videos on it, kind of explaining it more. And the YouTube's flooded with videos on explaining it, but I'm probably going to put out a couple on my kind of regular Joe. I do a lot of mechanical videos and explaining the processes of things, and I think I'm going to go into it with this. It means a lot to me, and I'd like to help other people. Alrighty, there you go. Vape got me to stop smoking.